We are following breaking news from the Supreme Court.
The justices are allowing the Trump administration to move forward with its ban on transgender people from serving in the military, pending an appeal.
NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos joins us now. Danny, we just got this decision, so I know you're probably still reading through it, but this is nuanced a little bit. But for this moment, the Supreme Court is saying you can go ahead with your ban.
Exactly right. And this wasn't much of a surprise because almost the same thing happened back, you may remember, in 2018 during the first Trump administration. District courts tried to enjoin the administration from their ban back then, and the Supreme Court essentially overturned that. So not a big surprise that the Supreme Court has allowed this case to go forward and allowed the Trump administration to continue their proposed ban.
So then what comes next, right? Because this is just sort of allowing the stay while it's all in process.
Exactly. So, as is often the case with the Trump administration, we're dealing with stays and then appeals of the stays and the stay of that stay and then stay on top of a stay. And it takes a long time to actually get to the merits. So all that happens now is that the Trump administration is allowed to go forward with the ban until this case is decided on the merits. It will likely go next up to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals over on the West Coast. And then from there, almost certainly, as with many of these Trump administration issues, it will land at the Supreme Court.
But just the reality of this, what does it mean for someone who may be transgender serving right now in one of the armed forces? Does that mean that right now they could be asked to leave?
Depending on how the military is administering that, then yes. I mean, that's the whole point of seeking the stay. You're saying, hey, this is something that could cause immediate harm to people in the military right now. However the Trump administration decides to administrate that, yes, they may be out of a job.
Danny Cevallos for us with that breaking news. Danny, thank you.
Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakatash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and the boss of Great Millstone. Likewise, brothers, will know this truth. Faithfully fear to see feeding the sheep and two brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson's title, At This Stage, It Makes No Difference. Okay, and this is in regards to the short clip that I open up with, in which right now the Supreme Court is siding with Trump to do an initial ban on the transformers that are in the United States military. But the United States, okay, is known as what? Let's go into the book of Revelation 11 and 8, because the scripture tells us exactly where we're at. So basically what Trump is doing is not going to clear them of the judgment that the Lord Yahweh Shai has for them. And it reads, and the dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord Hamashiach was crucified. So here we are, okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, so-called Black Americans and Latinos, whose seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're here in a place known as Sodom and Egypt, okay? Everywhere you look, there's Sodomites, okay, transformers and Sodomites. And you will work yourself to death and have nothing to show for it, even before the WEF, okay, who said that you will have nothing and be happy, have come up with that proclamation. Okay, so here's this man, you know, he has some type of minor victory, but of course there's a lot of red tape, okay, involved. And, you know, if this was a spiritual kingdom, okay, as they like to put on the back of their currency, in God we trust, there would be no red tape, because they would be following the laws that the Lord Yahweh Shai, okay, had set forth. Okay, these are the same people that claim that they're the true people of the Lord Yahweh Shai, when they are not even following the laws. We are, okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, and starting verse 8, because our people have been snared through manipulation. Okay, a campaign that Esau has, you know, been using for a while, okay, you know, through his movies, his television shows, the music, the festival, these holidays, all of these things that pertain to this abomination that the Lord despises, okay, which is sodomy, okay, and these transformers fall under that category. When a man wants to become a woman, okay, that's an abomination. When a woman wants to become a man, that's an abomination. And mainly it is an abomination for the children of Israel, because we were the ones that were given the laws, okay. So for those Edomites that might be listening on this lesson, okay, you can do what the hell you want to doggone do. But when we come out, we are warning our people, okay, our people, the true Hebrew Israelites, of what they shouldn't be participating in here in Great Babylon, America, because they will suffer the same fate as you doggone wicked Edomites, okay? This is Isaiah chapter 3, Psalm 8 reads, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord Yahweh Shai, to provoke the eyes of his glory. When you're here in America, you do what the Americans, so-called Americans, are doing. You're under rulership of the so-called white man, who is what? An abomination, okay? The lowest created creation, okay, that the Lord has placed on this earth, okay? The base of man that the Lord has put into authority to rule, okay? They're known as what? The wicked. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, okay? And they seem like people who have it all. Technology, money, okay, the wealth, the gold, the ammunition to destroy you, okay? But this is what the Lord Yahweh Shai blessed Esau with, okay? Continue to say, as sure of their countenance don't witness against them, and they declare the sin of Sodom, they hide it not, war unto the soul, but they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Okay, what's going on right now? You have Sean, Puff Daddy, or P. Diddy, whatever the hell he wants to go by. Right now, the jury selection is being made, okay, because he's going to go to trial, okay? Now, he's been known for what? A lot of sodomite parties, okay? Why? Because he bowed down to a sodomite who said, if you want to be rich, you need to bow down, okay, bend over, okay? And likewise, if you want to make other niggas rich, you make them bow down, okay? So this is what he is, okay? And this is the results of what you're seeing right now. More will come out. It says, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. The righteous is the man of the Lord that are doing this work, and those who are following, okay, these teachings, those who are trying to follow into the ways, okay, of righteousness, okay, you're going to benefit from it when the time of Jacob's troubles come. Continuing says, woe unto the wicked, it should be well ill with him, for the reward of his hand should be given him. As for my people, children of their oppressors, Esau, these Edomites, these so-called white people, they're children. They're children, man. Cowabunga, dude. Esau is immature. I mean, you can see it from the current king of Babylon right now, okay, dancing on the stage. I mean, these are children. These are children, man, okay, and the rest of these tribes, but especially the so-called white man, is a child, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Okay, the so-called black woman can't keep her mouth shut. Okay, and Eve, okay, is the one that really goes out there, and it's basically she transcends the culture, okay, that these other tribe women follow. Okay, the Latino women will follow what the so-called black woman does. Okay, and the so-called black woman, okay, she's best friends with Esau. Okay, and Esau has propped her up in his wicked queendom to do what? Ruin Jerusalem, which is the children of Israel. Okay, we're ruined. Okay, and it's because of the so-called black woman. All right, because she's out of order, doesn't shut the hell up, but that's okay. The Lord has something for that ass. Okay, this is the book of Leviticus 20 and 13. Okay, because see, we were given those rules. The rules are plain and simple. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They should surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. Okay, and sodomy, okay, or fagginess or sissiness is something that our people practice heavily. And see, Jacob don't do it, like how the Edomites do it, whoop-de-doo. No, Jake's them take that doggone sodomy to the next level, man. Okay, I mean, y'all right about what Sean P. Diddy was doing, him and 50 Cents, and who's the other one there? I can't remember the name of these niggas. You know why? Because they don't damn matter. Okay, but for the sake of teaching, okay, we bring on the popular ones, okay, that talk about it. Kanye West come and said he was sucking dick since he was what, 5 or 6 years old. His cousin well into his teen. Come on, man, you didn't know that was wrong, okay? But the Lord is revealing all of this because why? They follow the ways of these devious, deviant, abominable people known as the so-called white people, okay, Edomites, all right? And they've been manipulated by that because why? Let's go to the book of Amos 3 and start verse 1. We telling you, we warn you, okay? Hear this the word that the Lord Yahweh Shai had spoken against you, O children of Israel, okay, so-called blacks, Americans, and Latinos, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Why? Because we were given the laws. We were given the laws. Esau wasn't given the laws. Esau was created to do exactly what he is doing. That's the reason why we're told not to follow the ways of the heathens, not to follow the ways of our oppressors, okay, not to envy the oppressor, okay, not to be like him. Now, when you were lost in this world, you were simulated, okay? There was a time that each one of us, and I can speak for myself, that I would look ahead and go, yeah, okay, whatever they want to do, whatever the case is like that, you know, because if you grew up in a system where it's telling you, okay, this is okay, and nobody else is telling you that it's not okay, and you don't know any different, and the only time you would hear, you hear God and Jesus, and who's it coming from? Some female, you know, Eve, out of order, pastor or priestess that's, you know, praise the Lord, they sing jingle bells all the way and blah, 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 like that, then you would know. But now, this gospel, this message is now out in the highway and the byway, okay, in large volumes. There ain't a day that doesn't go by that a brother is now putting up a video giving warning to our people not to follow the ways of this place. So let's get back to this here. You see Trump, okay, he's like, well, we want to ban that. Well, there's a whole lot of other things that America needs to worry about, and we're seeing that these Edomites right now, they're jumping up and talking and marching, and you know, they're unhappy with their lives and all that stuff. Look here, Great Babylon, America is going to be destroyed. Okay, this place already been identified. What has this been identified as? Okay, Great Babylon. Okay, Mystery Babylon. Okay, harlots, as a harlot. Okay, that's going to be destroyed. It's that simple. That's the destiny and the conclusion of America. Okay, and it's also known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt, a place where this abominable act, okay, reigns supreme. You can't say anything about it. There's a whole month, June, that's dedicated to it, okay, and the peasant population here will work their ass to death, and now you're seeing thousands of videos a day of people just whining and bitching and complaining about how fucked up their lives are. They can't even buy food. Well, maybe you should cut your diet down, maybe cut down eating, and spread your food out a little bit more. You're gluttonous, okay? You're gluttonous, and that's a problem, right? There ain't enough food for you to eat. It's just you just can't stop fucking eating. You doggone greedy ass shit. All right, let's go to Jeremiah 51. Verse 28 reads, "Prepare against the nations with the kings of the Medes," led by Russia, a conglomerate of nations right now is looking at Esau or looking at North America and going, man, you know what, man, fuck y'all. We don't need y'all, motherfucker. We're gonna burn y'all with nukes, man. And that's true. It's prophecy. Look here. It says, "The captains thereof and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai should be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have born to fight. They have remained in their hosts. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken." All right. You know, America's always been picked on, these little poor countries, but see, that's not happening now, okay? And of course, he's coming up with this ban on transgender, but guess what? The military still is going to fly the pride flag. They're still going to have the faggots walking around with their little rainbow ribbon on their chest, and they're still going to march in the friggin' big, jolly, gay fucking parade out there in San Francisco, okay? So they ain't not a damn thing is going to change, and it makes no difference. Why change it? You can't change it. You can't. It's a stigma with this place. This place has a stigma. Okay? It's a sissy land. It's a sissy nation. Okay? And you jakes need to get the hell out of it. Let's go into the book of Isaiah 24 and start verse 10. It reads, "The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man come in." People right now, and they're becoming unfriendly towards each other. Okay? The spirit of the Lord is getting into people to really kind of become like, I don't know about that person living next to me or whatever the case is like that. Why? Because he's prepping everybody to go kill each other. Okay? And we go into Second Ezra about that all the time. He's prepping everybody mindset that you might have to kill that nigga next door to you, or you might have to kill that cracker next door to you, or that freaking doggone kike, or that freaking spick, or that fucking doggone chink or gook. Okay, yes, I do use foul, what y'all call foul language, but it's what they are, okay? I mean, why the hell I gotta speak nice? You don't speak nice of people like us, okay? They can blame us for every doggone thing to come after us, so why the hell I gotta be nice to your ass for? We don't fear you, man. They said there's crying and wine in the streets, all joy is darkened. The murder of the land is gone. Tawadi Haba Shemel Shai, okay? Continue to plague this place, and that's the reason why the apostle always come on and say, you know what? First of all, he told all the men, take your nuts back, okay, from these bitches that rules over you, okay? Because they ain't shit, okay? They're gonna be replaced and placed by the Lord. Yahweh Shemashai, they don't get squared the hell up. So, okay, take your nuts back. Fuck Great Babylon America and pray for destruction and plagues to come on each and every city here in this damn place, especially upon the doggone 2/3 of our people who are traitors to the throne of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, this is the book of Proverbs 29, Proverbs 25 reads the fear of man, bringing a snare, but whoso put his trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai be safe. Why are we going to be safe? Because we don't care about this place. We live in it. We're taking advantage of it. We'll eat. But that's about it right there. We just look, the countdown is already in effect, okay? It's just a matter of time right now. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment coming from the Lord, Yahweh, not from Esau, not from Trump, whatever. Whatever they're going to do to the Hebrew Israelite, that's the Lord, Yahweh, making that judgment. And yes, some of the men of the Lord are going to have their head chopped off or shot up, okay, or executed horribly or whatever cases like that. And that's supposed to happen. We don't know which one of us is going to happen to, but guess what? It's a win-win situation. You get to go into this. You get to go and get your crown early on, man. Okay, you get to go and go back in that God, in that God form that we truly are. Okay, as gods. So there's no losing to it. How long you want to live in this shit, man? Okay, it said an unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. So the fact that we speak against, okay, the wicked of this earth, against these abominable act right here, these transformers, okay, where men supposed to become women, they're getting his, hers, and they, and whatever the hell else they're coming up with, and all that stuff, okay, they don't like us, and we don't care, okay? Let's close over the book of Revelation 18, verse 4, because this is one of many different warnings, okay, that the Lord Yahweh shall have his prophet speak out to his people. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of my people, that ye be not partakers of a sin, that ye receive not of our plagues, which is talking about the righteous, because only the righteous is going to heed to this. Okay, there's a big boy. The Lord Yahweh really gonna hit this place hard. Okay, really gonna hit this place hard. It says, "For sins have reached unto heaven, and power had remembered for iniquities." He remembered. So imagine the Most High Yahweh remembers all the iniquities of the so-called white man. What Great Babylon America has done. You know, slaughter all those women and kids over there in Japan, slaughter and rape all those women and kids over there in Vietnam, and the list goes on and on. That's all this man does is kill, murder, rape, kill, murder, rape. That's all the so-called white man does is kill, murder, and rape. What the hell do you think the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to do to this doggone Crocker's kingdom? All right, and we're going to be right here watching, giving all glory and honor to Yahweh Shemashah for his judgment that he's going to bring to this wicked ass queendom. Okay, so to close it out, it makes no difference at this stage that you ban faggots from the military. Who the hell is going to fight when half your damn military are faggots or transformers? God willing, the elect was edified and close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, Shalom to the elect.